Keep on rocking the free world.
Keep on rocking the free world!
Hey, what's going on, everybody? I got a good question here to my email a little while ago, and I just wanted to touch on it right now. For those of you that have been watching me a long time, you remember my last motorhome, I had a propane fireplace, the little Dickinson P9000, instead of the actual wood stove that I have now. And this question came in. Hey Justin, Mike here. I have a 26-foot Class A that I currently use to travel on the weekends. However, I just got a job for 3 months in Michigan from January through March. I'm planning on taking my RV up there to live on my friend's 90-acre property. My friend said I can have all the wood I want to heat my RV. However, I don't want to deal with a wood stove when I'm traveling here in the States. We aren't even allowed to transport wood between counties. And you learn something new every day. You can always use Presto logs like I do. I'm sure that's not illegal to transport. I was wondering if I got the Dickinson Marine fireplace, you're talking about the propane one, if I could burn wood in the combustion chamber. I think I need to add some sort of tray that allows fresh air into the chamber and keeps coals from falling into the bottom of the fireplace. Any insight you can provide about burning wood in it would be much appreciated. I'm also curious, what would you think about the Dickinson P12000 would be able to heat a 26-foot RV? Thanks, Mike. Keep on rocking in the free world. Mike, no, not a chance. The combustion chamber for the Dickinson propane fireplace is like this big. Like literally you open the little door and you barely get your hand in there, okay? First of all. Second of all, it's just a regular propane burner. When you open the door, you look in, it's like a barbecue or a stove burner. There's a propane line coming up and little holes with the flames pop out of. It's not a tray that you can put anything in. There's no way you can put anything in there, and if you did, you just clog up the propane line. You clog up all the holes. The gas line would be ruined. You can't put anything in there. It's not designed for that at all. And even if you were to rip out the propane part and just make it a firebox, it would only hold pieces of wood this big. It'd be useless. Okay. The 12,000 is the same thing. The P12000 just a little tiny bit bigger. That's all. It sounds like you're in Michigan, right? You're just talking about Michigan. It's a lot colder there than it is here. So I would, to put it this way, the P9000 is about a tenth of the heat that the Kimberly stoves puts out. And in Vancouver, we almost never go below freezing, and it was just barely adequate. It's definitely not as hot as using the actual furnace built into the RVs. The 12,000 is a little bit more BTUs, but I still wouldn't rely on it as your main source of heat. It's kind of like a comfort heater. It's not really going to do that much though, unless you put it in one specific room of your motorhome and make sure all your windows have reflectix on it and block off the rest of your motorhome. It might do for you, but if you're going below freezing in temperatures in the winter, I don't think it would be quite enough, to be honest. As far as the wood stoves go, you can get small wood stoves like the little cubic mini wood stove, things like that. That might be a lot better option for you. And then you can use Presto logs like I use in my Kimberly all the time. It will give you way more heat. But I don't think the P9000 or the 12,000 would be up to the job in a climate where you're below freezing all the time to heat a 26-foot Class A motorhome. That's just my opinion on it. I've used the P9000 in 3 vehicles over the years now, and it's a backup heater, it's a comfort heater, but it's not going to do much in the winter if you're really below freezing. For example, when I go up to the ski hills where it is below freezing quite often, especially overnight, it's not enough. I'd have to use the furnace as well as the Dickinson heater. So I hope that answers the question for you. And no, you don't want to be burning anything in it. It's just a gas line, just like a barbecue burner when you open the door. So it's not a firebox by any means at all. Keep on rocking the free world, man.